It's a typical gas valve that'll have gas inlet pressure going in here, which will pressurize this box, and you'll have potential exit points or outlets, one for the bake, one for the broil in this case, and then you'll have two electrical hookups, and these ones will be two different sizes, so you can't mix up the wires. One will be for the bake, one will be for the broil. And what happens is you have power coming in and then going out to the igniter, and when the igniter gets energized, it actually draws current across these two contacts. But underneath is a little heater element. So as that draws current from the igniter being lit up, it actually causes this element to get hot, and then it will deform this piece of metal, which will cause the valve to open. And then when the power is taken away from the element, it will close. This spring steel will come up. So this spring steel gets activated by the heat of this element, and that element gets hot from the current that runs through the igniter in the oven. So when the igniter comes on, it'll start drawing current, and when this one here in particular is about 3.2 amps. So 3.2 amps, this heater is hot enough to deflect this metal and open up gas, open up the port for gas to flow out. And the same with on this side here. When the igniter, the hot surface igniter starts to glow red, it starts to draw current. When it draws current, it actually causes this element to get hot and deflect the metal and open the valve. And then when the element is turned off, the valve closes. There's little stoppers inside here to stop the valve from opening too far. So the valve should only open like this far. So if we deflect it, it opens, the heat goes off, it closes. Opens, closes. So whenever the demand is on for a burner to have a gas supply, this opens and closes. So this is the gas safety valve. If the glow bar igniter is not drawing enough current, it's too weak, then it may not ignite the gas. So when it's drawing not enough current, it won't actually heat this element enough to open this valve. And that's basically how a gas valve works for a gas range. So now I'll demonstrate how that bimetal reacts to heat. So I'm going to use a heat producing device, and we'll put a little bit of heat on here, and you can see how that bimetal deflects. And then you can see how the valve opens, and then when that cools down, the valve will close.